I want to heal your body, my child. I plead with you, do not shut your heart in this sacred moment. Do not turn away from my voice, which speaks to you now with tenderness and urgency. I know that pain has caused you to distrust, that illness has made you question even your purpose, and that the long, heavy, silent nights have been filled with questions that no one could answer for you. But today, I want you to hear something that comes straight from my heart. I want to heal you not just with temporary relief or fleeting comfort, but with true, deep, and complete healing. I want to touch every part of your body, restore every organ, calm every inflammation, and remove all suffering that has burdened you along your journey. Before your body ever felt pain, before your bones grew tired, or your heart became heavy with anguish, I knew this moment. I've been with you every step of the way, even when you felt you were alone. I've seen every tear fall from your eyes while others slept, and I've felt every stab of your pain as though it were my own. When you suffer, I suffer with you. I am not a distant, indifferent God. I am your Father, and my love for you has no boundaries. Even though the world may have abandoned you, even though human promises have broken time and time again, I have never forsaken you. My faithfulness remains unwavering, and today I come to remind you of this truth, with a whisper that carries immense power. I am here now, ready to heal you. I have seen your pain through eyes full of eternal compassion, and I have felt every tear you shed in silence, every ache in your body, every breath you struggled to take while you lay in torment. I was always there, even if you couldn't feel my presence. I never left you. Even when the weight of your suffering nearly shattered your soul, I held you up with my invisible hand, lifting you when you had no strength left to rise. Now, my voice breaks the silence that has surrounded you. I do not speak with condemnation or judgment. My words are filled with a fierce, eternal love, burning with a desire to heal you, to restore you, and to give you abundant life. Do not shut your heart to this message. Do not dismiss this as mere hope or as an illusory form of comfort. I am the God who heals, the God who gives life, the God who makes rivers flow in the wilderness. Your body, which has endured so much pain, is about to experience a divine touch, a transformation that cannot be explained by human reasoning but will stand as a testimony of my glory. I do not ask you to struggle or strive to earn this healing. You do not have to deserve this miracle. I heal because I love you. I heal because I am merciful. I heal because I find joy in showing you kindness. Your well-being means more to me than you can imagine. So, listen closely. Stay here and do not turn away. Do not allow doubt to quench the work I am about to do. This moment is sacred. This message is for you, and this call is unlike any other. It may be the final one before the miracle you've been waiting for is realized. Do not ignore my voice. Let me into your life. Let me touch what no doctor has been able to heal. Let me restore what you thought was lost. I am the Lord, your healer, and I come to you with love, power, and promise. Listen carefully, for I have much more to tell you. Today, I speak with the weight of eternity in my voice and the tenderness of a father who longs to lift his child from the dust. I do not want you to live another day believing that your condition defines you, that your pain is your inheritance, or that your illness is a part of who you are. I did not create you to suffer, nor did I form you for permanent affliction. You were not designed to live broken. I created you in my image, and that image is not weak, sick, or defeated. That image is strong, full of life, restored by my power. Today I declare to you, wise, let your heart no longer accept affliction as your final destiny. It is not the final judgment. It is not the last word. I hold the final word, and the word I speak over you today is healing. I speak a better word over you, one that will penetrate deep into your soul, shaking loose every thought rooted for years, every fear, every acceptance of defeat. You are not abandoned. You are not condemned to this condition. You are not forgotten in the shadows of illness. Even now, my spirit moves over you, just as it did at the very beginning when all was chaos and darkness. It was my breath that brought order, life, and purpose to the world, and so now, I move over your life, over your body, your mind, every cell that has weakened, every organ that has suffered. I am stirring the waters of your heart, wakening your faith, calling you to move forward into the fullness of my promise. I am not distant. I am here. I am closer to you than your very breath, closer than your own thoughts. I live within you, and where I dwell, life conquers death. My presence is not just an idea, nor a fleeting emotion. It is a real, transforming, eternal power. I am within you, not just to comfort, but to give you life. Do not limit what I can do based on what you have seen or experienced in the past. Your history does not dictate what I will do in your future. I am not bound by time. The diagnosis does not limit me. The reports, the statistics, they do not threaten me. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I created your body. I know every cell, every fiber, every system. I formed you with my own hands, and nothing is hidden from me. There is no part of you too broken, no condition too severe, no wound too deep for my healing. My power knows no bounds. My healing is not partial, temporary, or illusory. It is real, it is total, and it is for you. Not someday, not in the distant future, but for you right now, in this very moment. I heal because I love you, because you are mine. I do not glorify myself in your weakness, but in your restoration. My glory is revealed when the impossible bows to my power. So do not fear, do not doubt, and do not close your heart. Open your hands, open your spirit, and receive. I am here, the Lord who heals you. My hand has not been shortened to save, and my power is not diminished. Keep listening. Do not leave. This is your moment. This is your call. You have walked through paths of great difficulty, where shadows sought to extinguish your hope. Pain became a constant companion, and with each passing day, it felt as though the light was retreating farther and farther. Your body grew weak, your spirit grew weary, and the promises that once filled you with strength seemed to evaporate like mist at sunrise. Words of comfort lost their significance, and the tired soul began to accept things it should have never embraced. The notion that restoration was beyond reach, that perhaps this valley had no exit. But today, my voice shatters the chain of lies with the eternal truth. What I have said remains unchanged, and I will fulfill it. My promises are upheld by my unbreakable faithfulness. You were never created to live under the weight of a diagnosis. I did not shape you to live under the fear of decline. I made you for life, abundant, vibrant life. I have witnessed how your body has been battered by ailments, how your strength has dwindled, and how your thoughts have been clouded by doubts that chip away at your faith. Yet, even amidst this brokenness, I have been present. I have seen what others cannot, and I have heard the silent cries that were never uttered. I have held your existence with a purpose that remains unwavering, even when everything around you seems unstable. I am not indifferent to your condition. Every cell, every fiber, every heartbeat of yours is known to me. I formed you with infinite wisdom, and there is no part of you hidden from my sight. That's why I say there is nothing too damaged, no part of you too worn down, for me to restore. What medicine cannot explain, what reports cannot predict, my power transforms. I do not act by chance. Every step I take is marked by compassion and the perfect design of my will. I do not improvise. Everything I do with purpose, and my purpose for you is good, holy, and restorative. Look beyond what is visible. Do not let your gaze be confined to what the senses can perceive. The body may speak of illness, but my spirit speaks of healing. The flesh may cry out for relief, but my word speaks of complete restoration. It is not mere temporary relief that I offer you. It is a profound transformation. I am not here to simply cover the brokenness. I am here to remake it entirely. I do not patch up the old. I make everything new. What seemed lost will be found again. What appeared finished will be the beginning of something new. Do not let the time that has passed fool you into thinking it is too late. My power does not age, fade, or lose strength. What the world sees as irreversible, I see as an opportunity to demonstrate my glory. I am not bound by time or human clocks. My movement is eternal. My power is ever present, and my compassion is renewed each morning. Though the years may have brought fatigue, I am the source of renewed vitality. Though trials have drained your strength, I am the one who brings life to the weary. This moment is not a mere accident. It is the result of my love, flowing toward you like a river that never runs dry. I have been waiting for this moment to show you that even in the midst of what appears to be defeat, I hold the victory in my hand. I am not asking you to understand everything, but simply to trust, to release your fear, and to let go of the limiting thoughts that hold you back. I am not concerned with whether you deserve this. I do not heal based on merit, but on mercy. I do not restore through works, but through grace, because I am good, because I am faithful, and because I take great joy in showing compassion to those who call out to me. Nothing escapes my notice. Nothing surprises me. Your current situation is not an obstacle to me. It is the very canvas upon which I will reveal my glory. The restoration I am bringing is complete body, mind, and spirit, aligned perfectly with the design I had for you from the beginning. Illness does not have the final word. Sickness is not the ruler of your body. I am the Lord over every condition. And where my word speaks, illness must flee. Where my light shines, darkness vanishes. Where my power touches, life is restored. The silence that seems to surround your days is not an indication of my absence. Even when everything feels like it's on hold, I am at work with perfect precision. There are times when I choose not to reveal to you the full extent of what I am doing, not because I am inactive, but because the most profound and lasting transformations occur in the quiet, in the unseen places, where the roots are being strengthened, and where your faith matures without the distraction of immediate outcomes. You have found yourself in a place where your soul longs for answers and your body cries out for relief. But what may seem like an empty waiting to others is, in fact, divine preparation. I have been quietly shaping something within you that carries eternal significance. The brokenness you've experienced has not been in vain. While pain was never part of my original plan, I have taken it and, by my power, am using it to shape a glory beyond what you can imagine. I am not the origin of sickness, but I am the redeemer of suffering. Nothing in my hands is wasted. Every weary sigh, every sleepless night, every moment you thought about giving up, I have gathered them, like seeds, and I am now causing them to blossom into something far more glorious. A purpose is emerging from what seemed like destruction. You are not an interrupted story, you are a masterpiece in progress. While others may focus on the outward appearance, I see what is deep within. I have witnessed the thoughts you kept hidden, those moments when you appeared fine to the world while feeling like you were fading inside. I was there, and not only was I present, but I began planting seeds of hope in the cracks of your soul. What once appeared barren will soon flourish. What you thought was the end, I see as just the beginning, because I don't restore things to their former state. I transform them so that the new exceeds the old. This is not merely about restoration, it is a complete renewal, crafted with holy fire, eternal truth, and unwavering love. The exhaustion you feel is not your final destiny. It is simply a testament to the weight you've carried. But I am the one who strengthens the weary, without limit or measure. I am the one who renews your breath when human strength has all but faded, and I am pouring something into you that the world cannot offer: true rest. This is not just physical rest, but a deep peace that reaches into the soul, soothing anxiety, calming internal storms, bringing tranquility where there was once turmoil, and clarity where confusion reigned. From the moment you took your first breath, my presence has marked your story. Even before you had form, I spoke of you in the eternal council. You are not the result of random chance, nor a haphazard combination of circumstances. You are purpose incarnate, each detail of your being crafted intentionally, loved, and designed with divine care. There is no flaw within you that makes me pull away, no failure that prevents me from drawing close. My love for you is not conditional upon your achievements. It is anchored in your identity as my beloved child. Now, I am reversing what seemed irreversible. I am bringing life to the places where others only saw decay. When I speak, creation responds, and I have spoken over you. My voice does not compete with the world's noise. It is deeper, more consistent, and more true. What I have declared over your body, mind, and spirit is already in motion. You may not see it with your eyes just yet, but it is happening. He is drawing near, like the first light of dawn after the darkest night. I have not called you to simply endure. I have called you to be restored, to walk again in fullness, dignity, and strength. The condition in which you have lived is not your final destination. I am writing a new chapter, one where illness no longer holds the pen, where fear has no voice, where hope becomes the language and victory is the inevitable outcome. Time does not limit what I can do. The length of your struggle has not weakened my promise. Though many may have looked at you with pity or doubt, and even you may have begun to believe that this was permanent, I want you to understand that my power is not bound by time. I do not operate within the constraints of human logic, nor am I limited by the duration of your suffering. I am eternal, and every moment, every second, is under my control. What has lingered for years can change in an instant through the power of my word. I have seen how you've learned to live with what should have been healed, how you've adapted to survive, adjusting your life to the limitations of pain, weakness, and circumstance. But I do not want you to remain there. You were never meant to adapt to brokenness. You were called to be made whole. I do not desire you to simply endure your condition. I want to free you from it entirely. What others have accepted as part of who you are, I am determined to remove completely. It was never meant to be a part of your design, nor was it part of the original plan I had for you. I am restoring what was taken from you not only in your body but in every area of your life that was affected by brokenness. While many focus on the external, judging healing by what can be seen, I am working in the invisible, where true transformations begin. I am bringing order to the inner workings of your being, lining what was distorted and straightening what was once crooked. I speak with authority to your cells, your systems, your entire internal structure, and all creation must respond to my word. Nothing in you is beyond my reach. There is no obstacle that can block my power, no resistance that can withstand my will. I am cleansing the temple I have created in your body, not in judgment, but with tenderness, not in anger, but with a purifying fire. That body you viewed with disdain because of its frailty, I have called worthy of care, worthy of honor, worthy of my presence. It is the place where my spirit resides, and I will not allow it to remain contaminated by anything that is not holy, anything that does not come from me. I am removing all that corrupts, all that weakens, all that depletes, and I am making space for something new, something that will bear the mark of my power and the signature of my love. I am not offering temporary relief. I am inviting you to walk in a freedom that is not dependent on your current feelings but on the declarations I made long before your suffering began. My decrees are eternal. My promises are unshakable. What I say will come to pass, and what I declare is already established. There is no diagnosis that can make me retreat, nor any condition that can cause me to alter my plan. If I have spoken healing over your life, it will be accomplished. I am not only restoring your body, but also healing what this illness has silenced within you. The joy that was once extinguished, the creativity that dried up, the energy that was lost, I am breathing life back into all of it. I am lifting up what hath been crushed under years of struggle. This healing is not sustained by your own strength, but by mine. I am infusing you with a power that does not come from your effort, but from my spirit. A new reality is now being formed, woven by my hand. Every detail of your being is being redesigned according to my will. What seemed like a routine of unchanging days is about to shift. This is not just an emotional experience, but a tangible transformation, a silent miracle that will soon be seen. What others believed was impossible, I am doing. Not because you've earned it, but because my love compels me. Not because you need to prove your faith, but because my faithfulness is unyielding. Even when you feel like you have nothing left to give, there are moments when your heart stops seeking explanations and simply desires answers that transcend human understanding. And it is in that space, where human words fall short, that I reveal myself to you more clearly, not because you deserve it more, but because it brings me joy to do so. My very nature is to give life. I am not distant or indifferent to your suffering. I am the one who transforms pain into testimony, who turns devastation into the foundation of glory. What I am doing in your life is not just about restoring you, but about leaving a lasting mark on everything around you. Much of your journey has tried to diminish you, to make you shrink back, to convince you that resignation is safer than waiting for something new. But I did not create you to live shackled by fear or frustration. What I design, I sustain, and the divine blueprint in you is being reaffirmed, not by human strength, but by my supreme authority. The structures within you that had weakened are now being reinforced by my spirit. What could no longer support itself, I am now holding so it will not just endure but thrive. You have not yet seen the fullness of what I have prepared for you. A dimension of healing is about to unfold, and it will touch every part of your being, transforming how you see life, how you perceive yourself, and how you experience my presence. This healing I am bringing to you is not merely for your relief, it is for my glory. It will serve as a testimony to others that I am still at work, that I still speak, still heal, and that my word has not been muted by time or the voices of doubt. It will not be the feelings you experience that will hold you, but the unshakable truth that I am who I am. My actions are not contingent upon how you feel or how strong your belief is today. They depend solely on who I am, and I am unchanging. I am the same God who walked with the broken, who touched the lepers, who spoke life into death. I have not changed. I have not weakened. I have not ceased in my work. What you are about to experience is not merely the cessation of pain, but the beginning of a new season, one marked by the fullness that flows from me. It will be a life where each step you take will no longer be dominated by fear but by freedom. It will be a life where every new day brings the chance to witness how my power is made perfect in your weakness. Not because of your strength, but because I am your strength. Not because you are flawless, but because I am faithful, even when you are inconsistent. Do not try to understand everything right away. My work surpasses your human logic. Trust, not with blind faith, but with the firm conviction that I do not lie. I am touching what no one else can reach. I am healing the impossible. I am doing what no one dared imagine. This is your time, not because you have willed it, but because I have chosen it. And when I choose something, no power on earth or in heaven can stop it. Everything that belongs to me carries my mark: restoration, fulfillment, and purpose. In you, I am not simply alleviating your pain. I am rewriting the very meaning of your existence. Every part of you that was once marked by brokenness will now stand as a witness to my restoring power. What once spoke of limitation will now declare freedom. What once remembered defeat will now be a living testimony of victory. You don't need to understand how it will happen, just who is doing it. I am the one who holds you, the one who called you, and the one who will not leave unfinished the work I've started. There is no darkness that can stand against my light. What has been hidden for years beneath layers of discouragement and resignation, I am bringing to light to redeem. Even the deepest wounds, the ones that not only affected your body, but also your identity, are now being touched by my hand with tenderness and power, not in violence, but with the authority of a father who reclaims what belongs to him. What the enemy intended to use to destroy you, I am now using to propel you forward. No harm will be wasted when I am in the midst of your story. I have not called someone else to take your place. I have come for you. Every promise I have spoken over your life was never a coincidence or an empty hope. They were seeds, and though some may have seemed to die in the soil, they are beginning to sprout now. There are unseen roots breaking through the tough ground, signs of life where none were expected. This is the season where the hidden things will start to bloom. Do not be afraid of the changes that will come. They are signs of my spirit at work from within you. For too long, you have looked to the past, but now I am calling you to look ahead, not with the uncertainty of one who has no direction, but with the assurance of one who knows, the one guiding their every step. Every path that once seemed unclear will be illuminated by my presence. Every decision that once felt confusing will be cleared by my peace. You are not drifting aimlessly. You have been led by my hand, and the direction I provide is perfect. I am healing the way you perceive your life. Where you once saw limits, you will begin to see possibilities. Where despair once reigned, vision will now emerge. I am not just giving you new eyes, but a new heart, one that can see with deeper clarity. What once seemed like a struggle to survive will now become a testimony, bringing life to others. I have not raised you up for your sake alone, but because, through you, I wish to show my goodness to the world. Do not give weight to the voices that contradict what I am saying to you. Do not lend your ear to the doubt that denies my power. My voice is truth, and my truth is unwavering. Do not retreat when faced with uncertainty, nor allow the routine of life to diminish the miracle I am working. I have called you to believe, not by what you see with your eyes, but with a heart full of unshakable certainty. That faith, though it may seem small, is enough to move mountains, open new paths, and bring heaven to earth. This day is a day you will always remember. From here on out, everything within you will begin to align with my perfect will. You will not just heal, but you will flourish. You will not just rise, but you will stand firm. You will not just live, but you will live with purpose, joy, and peace. What you receive today will mark every day to come, and every breath you take will be a praise, a testimony, and a living declaration of my faithfulness.